you doing this morning?
I'm good, you know.
Yeah?
I'm a little tired. I had a late one last night. We did After Sun, but it was fab. It was really, really good.
Love Island has been going off this season. I've been telling Robert and everyone on Capital XTRA that this is a very chaotic, crazy, intense season, and how good it is this year, and how everyone needs to be watching. What do you make of the fact that there are no really and truly strong couples?
I think it's the first time I've worked on this season, and I'm like, oh my God, where is the love?
Where?
Everybody hates each other.
Where?
Yeah, but you know what? It is fun. It obviously makes good television. But I do feel like a little bit, it makes it a bit more real life. Because realistically, when you meet people, you don't really fall in love in 4 weeks, you know? Like, you're in a house full of strangers. So to not find a connection, maybe it's just one of those seasons where it's like, hey, this is what can happen in the real life, you know?
This is what could happen.
Yeah.
You're right, actually.
And why do you think it's landed like that?
I don't know what the casting team did wrong this time. I'm not being funny. I don't know where they went left, but they just picked a whole bunch of cool, crazy people.
I think they did it really right this year. I love everybody, and I think like you said there, it's very real. Like it's very like, well, we're just here for a good time. Like we want to see what's going on and try a thing, but it also might not happen.
Yeah, and everyone has their own like individual personality. Like everyone, whether you think they're crazy or whatever, is something like, okay, I have something to say about you, you and you.
Yeah.
So,
Movie night was wild though, yeah.
So everyone
crazy.
got caught in 4K, and I love it.
What was your like biggest take from movie night? What was the biggest drama for you? What really made you watch and be like, oh my days, how did that just happen?
Do you know what? For me, the biggest thing that I was like, whoa, when Harry was in the bedroom with Harrison and he was basically bragging, saying like, oh yeah, I got away with it again. And like saying to Harrison, oh, don't worry, bro, you'll be like me one day. And Harrison's like, you know, actually, I don't really want to be like you anytime soon. I just think Harry's obviously being so wild. Obviously, we love to watch it, but there is something a little, I feel like he needs to kind of wake up and smell the coffee a little bit. But yeah, all of it was good, to be fair.
How is Harry getting away with all this so much, do you think? Because even that moment when he was like gloating to Harrison and then they showed it in movie night and then Helena was like, yeah, that was a bit out of order.
She was like, oh,
and that was it.
That was it. I generally don't know how he's getting away with it, but I do feel like he's taking Helena for granted. I think he can tell that she's a non-confrontational person. She doesn't like the drama. So he'll use that to his advantage and just run wild.
So what does Helena need to do then?
Stand up!
Stand up. Big up her chest
ludicrous.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about Harrison then? Does he want Tony? Does he want Lauren? Who do you think he actually wants?
You know what? I think he's better suited to Tony, but I personally feel like it was a thing of he thought the grass was greener on the other side.
What do you make of them sneaking off to their terrace though?
I feel like it was true Harrison fashion, though. Do you know what I mean? I feel like he's cheeky, and I feel like he does like to get under Tony's skin because he does fancy her.
He does. Yeah, he does fancy her.
Yeah.
He does like her, but again, it's Love Island. So people come in, grass might be greener. It's a little bit like, what do I want? What do I want?
And you know what? We are there to explore.
Yeah.
You know, so every time people are like, oh my God, what are you doing? It is Love Island. We are there to find a connection, and you have to move around.
It feels just like a messy Love Island.
It is messy, but we love it.
It does feel very, very messy.
All right, Indiyah, I've been talking about the season so far,
Yes.
about moving on a little bit as well. Now, Emma, who is Harry's ex, she came in Casa Amor. She's now in the main villa, brought back by Connor.
Yeah.
What do you think about how she's moving? Kind of trying to like expose Harry a little bit, gunning from him a little bit. Like, what is that? What do you think that is?
You know what? To be fair, I understood where she was coming from because personally, you know when people like to their exes, oh, like I wish you well. No, we don't need to wish our exes well. No. We need to let everyone, you know, air out your dirty laundry and tell everyone what you're about.
Yeah.
However, I was a little bit shocked. I don't know if you guys tuned into After Sun yesterday. There was a first look, and her and Harry, they were sitting around the fire pit having a conversation, and it started looking a little bit flirty. So now I'm like, hey, Emma, I don't know your full intentions. Did you come in here just for Harry? Or is it that thing where, you know, not to say the word undeniable connection, but when someone's your ex, like they'll always be able to make you laugh because you always have that little spark.
You know them, they know you.
But from what I've seen of her, I do trust that she won't go back, and it was just a little joke around the fire pit.
That makes sense.
But yeah, air out his dirty laundry. We love that.
Air out.
Could you imagine them working?
No, but I mean, they had a 3-year-long relationship and it didn't work.
Yeah, but like, can you see why they would have started that?
No. I'm not even going to lie. Like, just how Emma has carried herself, I'm very surprised that they lasted 3 years.
Right? They're very different.
They're very different.
They're very different.
Yeah.
Maybe it's, I don't know. Harry's got new hair now, so maybe he's changed. I don't know.
And I feel like she's been really headstrong in like telling Helena, you know, what she shouldn't stand for and all this stuff. So I would hope she wouldn't go back and do the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of sparks and lasting and can it work, Dejon and Meg. What's going on with them? Is this going to last
blood
outside the...
pressure.
What's going on over there?
My pressure. You know what? It's really tough. I feel like Dejon, he needs to take a lot more accountability for his actions. I feel like he knows when he's in the wrong, but he just gets his back up and he sort of like goes into a shell and's like, oh, I don't want to talk about it. I think he does actually like Megan, but I just do think he just wants to have his cake and eat it, but it's gotten too far now and he knows that he can't push her any further. But it's not good enough, you know? Meg deserves a lot. Like I was saying, this is her Love Island experience.
Yeah, you said that last night, that he thinks she's kind of been like robbed of the experience. What do you think she can do next to kind of, I don't know, get her lick back with or without Dejon? Like, what can she do to make it better for herself?
Do you know what? We're 5 weeks in, so it is quite, you know, of a big deal for me to be like, okay, start a new connection, speak to somebody else, because that might not happen.
Yeah.
But I do think she should put her feelings and herself first and actually start thinking, if we were to leave the villa, is this the kind of person that I want to be with and have a long-term relationship with? Because you're not having fun now, sweetie. You're not going to have any more fun on the outside.
People are comparing them to Jake and Liberty. A few seasons ago, Jake made Liberty his girlfriend.
Yeah, and all the girls were like, yeah.
It was like a lead balloon. It was not good.
Yeah.
So, and they broke up in the villa.
They did.
After being boyfriend and girlfriend. So, I mean, it's happened before where they've been like a really good couple and then they like break up and then Liberty's like, she was having a great time with her friend Kaz. Like, she was like, you know what? I'm just going to enjoy my life. So maybe that might be a thing for Meg as well.
I think that could be a thing. But I don't know, the slight difference, I do think Dejon does have feelings for Meg. I just think he needs to be a bit more mature about it.
Yeah.
And just stand up as well. You know, like get real.
Only
Come
if you
on.
could go in there and just shake people's heads.
You know,
man.
shake them.
So, right, Indiyah.
Hello.
Talking about a lot of couples so far, but we need to mention Tommy and Lucy.
Yes.
There's been a voice note circulating online that she's got a bit of a game plan to couple up with Tommy, be the nice girl and make it to the final. Do you think, whether it's her or not on the voice note, we don't actually know that for a fact.
We're not sure.
But do you think she's in there for the right reasons? She's got genuine feelings for Tommy. She came in Casa Amor. He picked her to come through to the main villa.
Yeah.
Is she there for the right reasons?
Do you know what? I feel like it's early days, and even though the voice note was a bit rogue, I feel like people do need to remember that it is still a game show, and you do have to have some sort of like, you know, mentality. She might have said that, whether it's true or not, met Tommy and been like, no, actually, I really like him. You know? So far it is looking good. I feel like Tommy hasn't had the most straight and narrow journey, but you know, they owe it to themselves. It's Love Island, you know, and it's looking good, and he's happy.
Yeah, that's good. He looks happy.
I don't know what
Surely
will
there's a bit of
happen if he
messy
comes out and hears it, whether it's her or not. It might be a bit awkward.
Yeah.
But by then, they might be deeply in love.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows?
More takes. Shakira and Connor. Big curveball in last night's episode. What do you make of it?
Very big curveball, and I'm not here for it. I don't know what
happened.
it
Let
is.
us know what happened.
Okay, so basically...
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, not much already. So I do feel like Connor's getting, maybe he's like not really sure about his situation with Emma anymore. So he had a chat with Shakira around the fire pit and was basically saying, look, I've not really spoken to you in that way. Like maybe we could give it a go, you know? What about you? And she was like, oh, you're throwing a spanner in the works. Like, this is different. So I feel like Shakira herself is a bit like, oh, this is new. But she doesn't seem like she's against it.
Okay.
I feel like she does seem like, okay, maybe we could speak about it. Maybe this could work. For me, we're 5 weeks in, Connor. And I feel like he always moves to people a little week too late. You know, it's like he realizes something's not working with him. He was like, actually, let me go spin this round and check you. Who am I not spoken to? You. But I mean, I'm not really sure about that. I am really liking Shakira with Ty, and I'm all for people just sort of like, you know, moving on and finding someone new. And if it was meant to happen 5 weeks ago, it was meant to happen 5 weeks ago. But no harm in trying.
There's no harm in seeing what's out there.
You know.
Shakira and Tony versus Meg and Helena. There's a bit of a divide
There is.
in the villa at the minute when it comes down to the girls.
Yeah.
Who do you think is not necessarily in the wrong?
Yeah.
But is there like two girls that you think maybe like are kind of just like fighting back or pushing back?
Yeah,
or
I think there's a clear divide, and I think you can tell from watching that, like, you know, Helena and Meg and then like Shakira and Tony, they're not each other's kind of girls.
Yeah.
They're probably not going to be going to tape with each other on a weekend. We've established that.
Yeah.
But I do think it's the thing where it doesn't need to be like this, you know, and it's quite sad to see that at this point in the show, there's no like true girl friendships, because that's something we always like strive for, like friendships as much as like romantic relationships. I will say, you know, also I'll be a bit impartial, but I do feel like Meg and Helena can ease up a little bit, especially with the wearing bikinis and then speaking to each other's boyfriends. You know,
Take
it's not
off
ideal.
the people's bikinis, especially if you're kissing their man.
Right.
It's very
yeah,
strange.
Yeah.
Oh, Love Island's seeming very messy, very entertaining, very interesting. How's it been for you? What you going on? How's the podcast?
It's been
When can we listen?
fab. Got the podcast again tonight and, you know, for the whole week. It's really nice. Had some good guests on. But they've been keeping us on our toes, you know. We've not had to speak about love languages, which is always a good sign.
Oh, yeah.
Which means that we've got good chat going on because
Yeah.
we don't have to resort to saying, so what's your love language? You know? So,
At the end
yeah.
of last night's episode, people were asked to vote for the most compatible couple.
Yeah.
Who do you think's the most and least?
Gosh, that had me thinking a lot. I would say the least, just because, you know, things aren't being as clear as they should be. It could really be Dejon and Meg. Because I feel like there's a lot of times where I feel like he should understand where she's coming from and he just sort of misses that. Most compatible, I would say Tony and Cash, because I feel like they're just on House on Fire right now, but obviously that could change very soon. But I just really like them together, to be fair. You know, rooting for them.
Yeah, big time. Indiyah, it's been a pleasure.
It's been
Always
fab.
fun having you in the studio with us, talking about
is.
Love Island. Podcast is, last night's is out today.
So we're going to have tonight's out tomorrow morning.
Thank you.
Yes.
There you go. After Sun, you was on last night. That's what it is.
Yes.
There we go. Booked and busy. We love it, man. Indiyah, thanks for coming in.
Thank
Make sure you
you.
catch Love Island back on our TV screens today, 9 p.m. It's going to be a madness.